Welcome in. Thanks, guys, for popping on day one. Make sure that you printed out or downloaded your worksheet for the first step of the process, which is reset. After you guys are done with the webinar, make sure you fill out the worksheet. And then we also have a meditation, which will lead into a journal prompt, which you can do right after this or later on in the day. Jason and Brett here, Live Better. We are so excited that you guys are ready to start this journey. Day one of the 5-day plan. Jay, let's kick it off with reset.
Reset. So here, the main goal is to get organized. It's to take a step back from the busyness, the clutter, and just not having a great sense of how to make the things you want to focus on a priority. And in this first section in Reset, we focus on three themes, which are subtract, specify, and simplify. So it's starting to cut down all of the non-essential tasks, all of the non-essential activities, all of the time that we waste doing things that don't move us in the direction that we want to go. The second step is then to specify exactly in that direction and start to get a path to be able to move forward. And then the third step, the third theme we're looking at in this section is to simplify. We tend to, as humans, overcomplicate things, and it's much easier when the goal has both clarity and simplicity so that we know exactly what we need to do when, and it is also a lot easier if we feel organized from the starting point. It's like trying to find something in a room with clothes strewn about and things on the floor. It's a lot easier when our desk is clear. It's a lot easier when our mind is clear. So we start with those three themes in the reset day, and then we move forward from there.
Yeah, so if right now you are doing this at your desk and you look around and notice that there is shit everywhere, click pause, clear off the desk, and then come back and restart. I like to use examples like that. I think there's so many times throughout the day that we're doing things and we don't realize that the environment in which we're in is causing us to think about other things that are going on. So is the coffee brewing? Is the washing machine going? Is the TV running? Is my bed not made? And this beginning of this course is all about really just understanding that when you're able to wipe that slate clean, to either begin a project, begin a day, or to begin anything at all, you become a little bit more fresh. And so I think that's one of the main focuses. When people think about this, they really understand that there is a massive amount of power in having that clean slate. And so throughout this, throughout the worksheet that you guys have, you're going to go through different ways so that you can start doing that today. And one of the main focuses is to simplify that. So it's not about an overhaul. I don't think you have to go right now and like redo your entire life, but it's like, what can I do on a consistent basis that sets me up for success? And it's simple things like warming up before a workout, making your bed in the morning, just trying to get so that your headspace is in a clear state so that when we go into day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5, that you are coming into these with a fresh mindset every single day.
Yeah, one of the themes that we talk about overall is set and setting, as how your mindset influences your setting or the environment that you're in, and then also vice versa. How does the environment that you are operating in affect your mindset? It's why people like going to the gym to work out. It's because that setting puts them into a better mindset to say, I feel like getting in shape. I feel like doing this, right? It's why we surround ourselves with people that encourage us and motivate us and support us, because that environment changes the way we think about our process. When you go through this 5-day program, which moves through our full mindset in general, you can then use that to also influence the environment that you're in. So in this first step, if you are decluttering your physical environment, that creates a better mindset of clarity, allows things like creativity to flourish for you to be more productive. If your environment is cluttered, your mindset is cluttered. And then if you are negative, that also breeds into all of the environments that you're in. So it does not create a mindset of resiliency and of grit if constantly you feel stressed and overwhelmed, right? So there are ways to both influence your setting. One of the big ways in terms of strategy that we promote to do this is thinking about meditation as a tool to scientifically or think about it from a scientific lens, where what we're actually trying to do is just preserve some energy, specifically some mental energy. And a lot that comes with practicing meditation is simply the ability to take a quick pause. And in that, it's also a reset. So you have some type of stress, and then normally you have a reaction to that stress. Well, can we create a little bit of pause in between those two activities so that we can respond better rather than responding from a reactive and emotional state? Can we take a step back and pause and respond from a bit more of a logical, rational, and calm state? So when you're thinking about using meditation as a strategy, using really long, easy exhales, and we'll go through this in the meditation associated with today, but we'll also start to increase the pauses between inhale and exhale, and use that as an anecdote to be able to respond better to stress, to put a little bit more space in between cause and effect, just to make sure that that effect is done from a place of calm and a rational mindset.
Yeah, the entire goal of today within this series is to give you the understanding that when you start from that fresh spot, when you start from that clean slate, and I always think about this, my example in my head is just like when I approach my whiteboard to think about ideas of where I want to do, what I want to get done, if I can just wipe it all clean and start from that fresh spot, like literally sometimes it's like taking the solution and cleaning off all the little things that have been gunked down there. It's like, that's where a lot of this stuff comes from. And so things that can be challenging with this is that we have been in motion and we've been doing things for years and years and years. We've created habits, we've created routines, we've started associating with people. And this is a really good time to just reflect on those type of things that you're doing. What are the things in which that you're doing, the people that you're around that are serving you, and what are the ones that aren't? Because a lot of us can gain so much by just the removal process. So we always think about what new supplement can I add? What new workout routine can I do? When in reality, it's a lot about what can I remove? So where can I create blank space so that I can sit within that process? And meditation for me has been the prime example of that, because you have to sit there, you have to down regulate. And the entire purpose of it and the way in which we associate with meditation is to create that space, whether that's in your day or just in your mindset, so that you can flourish in the future. And so today's focus is all about that. And so within the worksheet that you're filling out during this and after, within the meditation we lead you through and the journal prompt you'll finish after that, it's a simple goal of just really understanding where you're at and then really starting to pick and choose some things that can be removed or scaled back or reset so that you can always line up your day, your month, your week, your year, so that you can have as many best day evers in a row as possible.
Main goal of this reset section is to reset physically and mentally. It is to clear out the distraction, the busyness, so that you can think clearly and so that you can find a path forward. Whether that means clearing and finding blank notebook pages, or as Brett suggested, a blank whiteboard, a clean desk, a clean living environment. And really that just means tidy. I'm not suggesting that you need to do a deep clean of everything. It's really clearing off space so that you can see where you need to start from. And that is the number one goal and number one focus of this reset section, is to understand that the path forward is through a very clear and simple process. It is not by overcomplicating and adding all of these things back on. The first step is actually to remove, so that we get down to just the bare essentials, and then we're able to move forward in a much more clear and effective way.
All right, guys. So that is episode 1 of your 5-day journey. We're really excited to have you guys on board with this. Make sure you fill out the worksheet, take some time for it, and then listen to the meditation prior to the journal prompt. I think that's going to serve you guys a lot. You can listen to that meditation throughout this entire course and beyond. You have that for forever. And so we're just super excited that you guys have taken the initial step one. And we're excited to get back with you guys tomorrow for step 2. As always, we wish you guys the best day ever.
Let's go.